Throughout our nation's history, there have been many great men and women who've shaped Canada into the country it is today. And while it would be impossible to name them all, we can at least shine a light on some of these legendary Canadians in this series. Welcome to Canada's Greatest, where we'll be taking a look at the people who have truly made a difference. But before we get started, I want you to take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already so that you never miss an episode. Our first legend is Sir John A. Macdonald, the man considered to be the father of Confederation. Born in 1815 in what was then the British colony of Lower Canada, Macdonald was a lawyer and politician who played a pivotal role in uniting the disparate colonies of Canada into one single dominion. He served as Prime Minister for 19 years over two separate occasions, longer than any other Canadian leader. During his tenure, he oversaw the construction of the Canadian Pacific Railway, which connected the country from coast to coast and opened up the West for settlement. Macdonald was also responsible for the first national policy, which protected Canadian industries from American competition. While his policies were sometimes controversial, such as his opposition to the expansion of French language and Roman Catholic education, his contributions to the creation of modern Canada are undeniable. Next, we have Tommy Douglas, a man who helped bring about some of the most important social safety net programs in Canadian history. Born in 1904 in Falkirk, Saskatchewan, Douglas was the son of Scottish immigrants and grew up on a farm. He was ordained as a minister in the United Church of Canada and became involved in politics, serving as Premier of Saskatchewan from 1940 to 1960. It was during this time that he implemented groundbreaking policies such as universal health care, a 40-hour, 5-day work week, minimum wage legislation, as well as improved pensions for seniors and benefits for veterans. These policies were later adopted by the federal government under the leadership of Lester B. Pearson and Pierre Elliott Trudeau. In 1972, Douglas was named the Canadian of the Century by Maclean's magazine, an honor he shared with Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Another important figure in Canadian politics was John Diefenbaker, the 13th Prime Minister of Canada. Born in 1906 in Lake Mégantic, Quebec, Diefenbaker was a lawyer and politician who served as Prime Minister from 1957 to 1963. He is best known for his advocacy of civil rights and social justice, particularly for his efforts to abolish capital punishment, end racial discrimination in the armed forces, and promote multiculturalism. Diefenbaker was also a strong supporter of the new state of Israel and was the first Prime Minister to visit the country in 1954, despite facing criticism for his handling of the 1957 flood crisis. Diefenbaker remains an iconic figure in Canadian politics, and his legacy continues to inspire many today. Canada has also been home to many great scientists and innovators. One of the most notable is Dr. Frederick Banting, who discovered insulin in 1920, one along with his assistant Charles Best, the physiologist J.J.R. MacLeod, and the biochemist James Collip. Born in 1890, one in Alliston, Ontario, Banting was a medical researcher and professor at the University of Toronto when he began experimenting with ways to treat diabetes. His discovery of insulin revolutionized the treatment of diabetes and has saved countless lives. For this breakthrough, Banting and his colleagues received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1923, although he received numerous offers to patent insulin and make a fortune financially. Banting refused, ensuring that the rights to produce and sell insulin would remain with the University of Toronto for the benefit of all diabetics. His selfless dedication to improving the lives of others is an inspiration to us all. Another Canadian scientist who made significant contributions to our understanding of the universe is Drub Canham, the world-renowned astronomer who discovered pulsars in 1967, born in 1920 in Kirkland Lake, Ontario. Cam was an astronomer and professor at the University of British Columbia when he made his groundbreaking discovery. He noticed a strange signal coming from a star in the constellation of pulsars. This discovery earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1974. Dr. Cam continued to make significant contributions to astronomy throughout his career, including co-discovering the first black hole candidate in 1972 and being the first person to use radio waves to map the surface of Mars. His pioneering work in astronomy has left an enduring legacy and inspired generations of scientists. In the field of medicine, Dr. Wilder Penfield stands out as a brilliant neurosurgeon and pioneer in the study of the human brain. Born in 1897 in Spokane, Washington, USA, but raised in Montreal, Quebec, Penfield was a graduate of McGill University's Faculty of Medicine. He specialized in brain surgery and made significant contributions to our understanding of how the brain functions. Using a technique known as cortical stimulation, he mapped different areas of the brain while stimulating them electrically. This led to the development of new surgical techniques for treating epilepsy and other neurological disorders. In 1950, he performed the first successful removal of a human brain tumor. Throughout his career, he treated over 500 patients with brain disorders, many of whom had previously been considered incurable. Dr. Penfield's groundbreaking work and dedication to his patients have left an enduring legacy on the field of medicine. Canada has also been home to many talented artists and entertainers who have made significant contributions to their respective fields. One such person is Margaret Atwood, a poet, novelist, literary critic, and environmental activist. Born in Ottawa, Ontario in 1939, Atwood is best known for her dystopian novels such as The Handmaid's Tale, which have been adapted for film and television. Her work often explores themes of gender politics, power, and technology. Atwood has won numerous awards for her writing, including the Booker Prize, the Governor-General's Award, and the National Book Critics Circle Award. In addition to her literary achievements, Atwood is also a prominent public intellectual who has spoken out on issues such as climate change and online privacy. She has been named one of the top 100 public intellectuals in the world by the British newspaper, The Independent, and was awarded the Companion of the Order of Canada in 2000. Another Canadian artist who has achieved international acclaim is David Foster, a musician, composer, conductor, and record producer. Born in Victoriaville, Quebec in 1970, Foster began his career as a session musician before becoming the pianist and musical director for the Canadian rock band Loverboy in the early 1980s. He went on to have a successful solo career and has written and produced songs for some of the biggest names in the music industry, including Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, and Madonna. Foster has won multiple Grammy Awards and has been inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In addition to his work in the music industry, Foster is also a philanthropist who has donated millions of dollars to various charities and organizations. These are just a few examples of the many great people who have lived in Canada and made significant contributions to our society. They are true legends who have shaped Canada into the country it is today and have inspired generations of Canadians to strive for excellence. But what about your personal heroes? Who are the Canadians who have inspired you and made a difference in your life? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode of Canada's Greatest. Thanks for watching. See you next time.